I think we should have that conversation.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is your first time here, welcome or welcome back. Just like quick plug if you want to follow me, because a lot of people are asking me what my social media is, and I'm like, it's linked on my channel, but apparently people don't see that. So if you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, here it is, and I'll actually put it in this time. I'll remember to do so. I need to drink some water because, like, I don't think I'm sick, but I might be getting sick. So anyway, as you can probably tell from, and it's another get ready with me, I don't need to say that anymore. From the title of this video, you can probably tell we're gonna be talking about, Disney Channel again, because like what else do I do with my free time? So now that Disney Plus has come out, I have had much more accessible reach of all my favorite Disney Channel shows and movies. Great time, great experience, 10 out of 10 recommend. Go watch my video on whether you should get Disney Plus or not. You should. But yesterday on Twitter, with all of Disney Plus coming out and everyone talking about old shows, a question was brought up on Twitter, and the question was, who was the Disney Channel queen? Like, who was the queen of Disney Channel? And it was 4 pictures. It was a picture of Selena Gomez, Raven Symone, Miley Cyrus, and Hilary Duff. I love to say Lizzie McGuire, that's not her real name. So from seeing the responses in said question, I have realized something. Y'all are liars. Liars. Bold-faced liars. Everyone who said, oh, they're a Disney Channel connoisseur, they loved that channel, they know everything about it. Liars. Every last one of you. From the responses that I saw, clearly some of you didn't watch Disney Channel. Clearly people were not paying attention. Clearly. Because some of the responses I saw, I said, you're clearly on drugs. There are 2 people on like that tweet that should not even be in question for the Queen of Disney Channel, and I'll get into who those are. So let's first start off with each of the 4 people. So first we have Raven Symone. This is just back, if you don't, you should know who these people are. But Raven Symone was an actress on Disney Channel, still is, Raven's Home. Her catalog includes That's So Raven, the Cheetah Girls 1 and 2, and the Xenon movie. Then we move to Hilary Duff. Her catalog includes Lizzie McGuire, the Lizzie McGuire movie, Cadet Kelly, and A Cinderella Story. I'm just naming their like big ones. Oh, I didn't add my thing. Next, we move to Miley Cyrus. Her catalog includes Hannah Montana the movie, and you know, Hannah Montana the personality. I would give her a category of its own. I don't think the last song was a Disney movie. It probably was in some regard because I own half the world, but like I'm not really sure. And then we have Selena Gomez, who had Wizards of Waverly Place, then the movie, and then the other movie that just was Alex versus Alex. She also had another Cinderella story and the Princess Protection Program. So these are the 4 contenders according to Twitter for the Queen of Disney Channel. So I'm gonna go through each one by one and give you my opinions on them, just as actors on that specific channel, like not as them as people. I don't know these people, sorry. So, Raven Symone. So, but from what I just listed, Raven Symone hasn't been in as many things as the other people on this list. But remember, quality over quantity. And we'll get into that later. Hold on one second. Carving out my brow is an art form. 1 second. Alright, so Raven Symone's catalog, although small compared to everyone else's, is, in my opinion, on this list the strongest. That's So Raven and the Cheetah Girls, even forget Xena, like not forget, I never even watched a movie, but I know it's a good movie, but like just the 2 that I've seen, That's So Raven and the Cheetah Girls alone, come on. Like, compared to the rest of these girls' catalogs and discographies, like, her Disney Channel catalog is the strongest out of the four, period. Where she falls is, you know, singing. Raven Symone cannot sing. She cannot sing. Please stop lying to yourselves. She can scream really well. She has this great ability to scream into a microphone, but please don't confuse that with being able to sing. All right. So, and back to the Cheetah Girls, like, just in general, even though I haven't seen any of those movies, I know all the music. I don't know why I just exposed myself like that. But the third one apparently was bad because she wasn't in it. Her influence, her impact, her power. Anyway, then we move on to Miss Hilary. So, Hilary, compared to the other three, this is one where I'm not sure she's on this list, although love Hilary Duff, great person, okay actress, like pretty good at what she was doing. I don't know why she was on this list because her catalog compared to the others is simply not up to par. And even though, like, I'll get into Selena Gomez and her thing later, like, Selena Gomez has a pretty hefty list of things she did on Disney Channel. Hilary Duff has a couple. They do have a lot of cultural influence, so like that. But in terms of why she was on this list, I question that. I did in fact question that. I would say, like, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say no. But like, why Hilary Duff? Why not like an Ashley Tisdale? Like, cause in my opinion, I would say Ashley Tisdale discography is not discography. Her catalog and like impact on Disney Channel was a little bit greater than Hilary Duff's. Can I say that? Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I don't know why Hilary Duff, love her. I don't know why she's on this list. I don't think I would put Ashley Tisdale. I would put her up, even though I don't think either of them, the Queen of Disney. I would put Ashley Tisdale up before I put Hilary Duff, but that's just me. And then we move into Miss Miley Cyrus. Say what you want about Miley Cyrus, say what you want. That woman is a powerhouse. On Disney Channel, she was a power. She dominated the entire network. The entire network, she dominated. She was, in terms of timeline, so they had Raven Symone. Raven Symone was running Disney Channel for a long time. Like, let's not lie here. Raven Symone was running that channel for a considerably long time. They needed another one because when Raven left, they were like, well, what am I to do now? And then they got this marketable Miley Cyrus back then as Hannah Montana was so marketable. She is a little white girl. She was a hick, like a country girl from like Tennessee. She was like weird. She was funny. She could sing. She couldn't really act. But she could act enough for a Disney show. And they ran with that. I need you to like think about how much we saw Miley Cyrus on our screens in childhood. Not just on our screen, but in our ears. She had an entire career. She had an entire career as Hannah Montana. She has charted as Hannah Montana and as Miley Cyrus and as Ashley O from Black Mirror, but that's not what this video is about. She is charted as 3 different people in her lifetime, and 2 of them, one of the personalities came from Disney Channel. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to Selena Gomez. I'm not giving you my opinions yet. You gotta wait to the end of the video to figure out who I think the supreme is. So Selena Gomez is a very, very interesting case because I think she had one of the weirdest career growths I have ever seen of anybody, especially on Disney Channel. So Selena Gomez is a good actress. I I will say that. She's a good actress. Alex Russo, the first character that I was exposed to by her, besides Barney, was a good character. And she played the character well. And Alex Russo, in terms of marketability, was marketed towards the alternative girls. Because, like, you had the Miley Cyrus and the Hannah Montana, who was a blonde, pretty girl who can sing. And then you had Alex Russo, who's like a sarcastic, mean kid who's like funny. Different audiences. So she was able to captivate a different audience. And I think that Disney Channel really wanted to take advantage of that she was able to get this entirely different group, this entirely different demographic of young girls, and they wanted to turn her into a supreme, if you will. And not sure why. Not sure why. Not sure why at all. Because they tried to give this, not tried, they very much succeeded in giving this woman a singing career. Selena Gomez cannot sing. Like Raven Symone cannot sing, but Selena Gomez cannot sing. The note is here, she's in the Bahamas. She does not know where the note, the key, the pitch, she doesn't know where any of it is because she's lost. So how did this girl have such an incredible singing career? Disney, she had an entire monopoly backing her. She had an entire monopoly backing her singing career. No wonder it's a success. No wonder she really just like kind of like took off, if you will. Like Selena Gomez should not have been a pop star. Like we heard her sing the Wizards of Waverly Place theme song. It's a good theme song, but she's not singing too well on said theme. Oops, 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 oops. She's not singing too well on said theme song. At least not in my opinion, not just in the opinion of music standards in the music industry. Like, come on now. Powder. I'm putting a reasonable amount on this time. So let's analyze. Let's analyze who the Supremes are. Let's analyze. Let's get to the meat of the video. So I think this is obvious. Raven Symone was the queen of Disney Channel for when she was on it. We have to, in this conversation, we have to remember like Raven Symone and Hilary Duff too were pretty early in Disney Channel's history in terms of me. So like I was born in 2000. Raven Symone and Hilary Duff in my partaking of Disney Channel was pretty early. Raven Symone was absolutely undeniably the queen of Disney Channel when she was on said network. Full story, end of stuff. I don't think you can debate there. Raven Symone had the entire network at her grasp. She was in, even though she wasn't in a lot, she was in a lot. That's Raven went on from when? For 4 years, from 2003 to 2007. She was in 2 of the Cheetah Girls, and she was on every single advertisement on Disney Channel. If they needed to sell something, they'd call Raven Symone. So she was the first Supreme, right? Then I think Miley Cyrus was the next Supreme. And honest to God, I don't think you can debate that. Hannah Montana's, I would even say, social and cultural influence alone. Hannah Montana's social and cultural influence alone makes her the next Supreme of Disney Channel. Do I think she had more impact than Raven Symone? I do. I do actually, because guess what? Racism. Miley Cyrus is more marketable than Raven Symone is any day. Any day. I mean, now we could have a different, but like back then, Miley Cyrus, the good all-American country hick, was more marketable than our good sis Raven. So Miley was the second coming, the second queen of Disney, if you will, and Disney had been waiting on someone who was like, quote unquote, Raven but better. And in that sense, it's Raven but white. Raven but white. That's what I mean. That's what they were waiting for her, and she showed up on the front step. She showed up and they this is inappropriate. They ran with the Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, Miley Stewart thing as long as they possibly could. They milked every last drop of milk from that cow. They really ran with it until they couldn't anymore, because Miley was like, I'm literally going crazy. And I fully believe she was. Think of how much stuff they had her do for this one channel. Whew. So she was on this show, right? She was on this show. She had to make a movie. She had to tour. She had to tour as Hannah Montana. She had to go on tour as Hannah Montana. She was on the show. She had to make songs. She had to, you know, do the show and then perform songs on the show. And then also, in the advertisements as this time, Miley Cyrus was selling everything. Miley Cyrus was selling everything, period. So those are who I think are the two supremes of Disney. I don't think you can really argue with that. Why Hilary Duff and Selena Gomez were on this list at all, I am not sure. That's what got me into thinking that you guys didn't watch Disney Channel. Why would you put them two on this list, even as an option? Like, the thing is, I understand Selena Gomez a little bit more than Hilary Duff, but I'm still confused as to why either of them was even on there. Honest to God. In terms of influence on our generation, that wasn't a sentence, but in terms of influence on our generation, like, compared to Miley Cyrus and Symone, lackluster. Lackluster and below average. We can talk about Selena Gomez's music a different day, but in terms of like overall impact, Hannah Montana sold out stadiums. This girl's alternate persona, now listen, Hannah Montana was Miley Stewart's alternate persona, so it was like 2 dimensions away from Miley Cyrus. Sold out stadiums. That's called impact and influence. Hate to break it to you. And let me get on Miss Selena Gomez for a quick second. Hold on. I think both Hilary Duff, I don't know what just happened. I think that Hilary Duff and Selena Gomez are kind of 2 peas of the same pod, or 2 cut from the same cloth or whatever. They were both second best to the real Supreme due to something that I'm not sure what it is. I think in Selena and Miley Cyrus's case, Miley Cyrus can actually sing, so maybe that's the reason why. Hilary Duff and Symone, I just think, I'm not actually sure why, because in terms of, you know, racism, it should be the opposite, but I just think Hilary Duff wasn't given maybe as many opportunities as Symone was, and also Symone had like captured audiences in a way that I don't think Hilary Duff did. That's just me personally though, that's just my opinion. It's my opinion, but I'll get back on Selena. So Selena, Where's the Waverly Place went on from 2007 to 2012. Hannah Montana was on from 2006 2011. They were both from the same era of Disney. How could they both have been Supremes? That's what I think Disney Channel was trying to do. Because of what I said, because what I said before about Selena Gomez getting a different type of young child, they wanted to make 2 Supremes. Here's the thing, you can't do that. That's why it's called a Supreme. There's only one. You can't have 2. But the thing is, they poured so much money into Selena Gomez trying to make her a star. Like, everything about Selena Gomez's career was forced. They were forcing her on us. Even though she made great music, she was still being forced and thrust upon us as young children watching this channel. And nothing about her career growth was organic whatsoever. It was all completely based on the fact that a corporation funded her everything. And you could tell she was literally being the perfect pop girl. She never said anything. She came out and did her music, and then she left. She never got into any trouble. Corporation backing her. They figured out the algorithm and they ran with it. fan. Okay. And I think that's the reason why because I think they really wanted to get another group of people interested, like a type of people who, even though I think everyone liked Hannah Montana, if maybe you were the type of person who identified more with an Alex Russo on Words of Waverly Place, they would think that you would want it supreme for yourselves, for your group of type of people. But I think they failed to realize just how big Miley Cyrus was when we were children. Like, I don't know about global, but the national impact this girl had. Like, that's why I think trying to make Selena Gomez a supreme, which they did try to do. They did try to make her the Disney Channel queen, but they failed because Miley Cyrus was still there. She hadn't left yet. They hadn't waited long enough to make a new supreme. If they had waited so Hannah Montana ended in 2011. If they could have waited until just a little bit later. And also I think Selena Gomez was the wrong choice. I mean, who would their other choice have been at that time? They wanted like a white or white adjacent person. I don't think they had much of a choice, but I do think making that choice was an error, although we got some incredible music out of it. We got some great Selena Gomez in the scene, period. We got some incredible music out of it, although I do think it was a mistake. And it was forced, and it was inorganic, so it led to just like Selena Gomez being a flop. Not a flop in a traditional sense, just a flop in like she could never compare to what she was competing with. And I think that's the moral of this whole thing. Some of these Hilary, Duff, and Selena Gomez are not able to compete with Raven, Symone, and Miley Cyrus because they simply don't compare in magnitude, in impact, in influence, in catalog. They just don't. I think Selena Gomez should have stayed an actress. If they had just kept her just a really good actress on Disney Channel, who knows where she'd be now. But I think by them trying to force her on us, even with great music, like they cracked the code of a pop girl. They cracked the code with perfect music, kind of boring personality girl. They did a great social experiment. But like, even that didn't work because Miley Cyrus and Raven-Symoné were two of the most organically grown talents of the 2000s. Yep. I'm a goof. That's kind of my opinion on it. Should I put lip gloss on? No. So that's kind of my opinion on the Disney Channel queen question. I think the answers are obvious. Raven-Symoné for the early 2000s and then Miley Cyrus for the later 2000s. Between the two of them, racism is a real dig. It's a real nuisance. Between the two of them, I would give it to Miley Cyrus. Just because, you know, she got the white audience too. I think Miley Cyrus was the queen of Disney. The queen of Disney now, I don't watch Disney Now enough to get to know the new queen of Disney now, so I'm not really sure. But I do know Dove Cameron had her foot on the neck of Disney for a considerable amount of time. But, you know, nothing's touching the implications of Hannah Montana. So yeah, that's the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support on my recent videos and stuff like that. And make sure to like and subscribe. It's everywhere. It's literally all over your website. Like, please, there's a button probably here and then down there as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. All right.